Well, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. I'm very pleased to launch the first annual CSU Innovation Mini Grant presentation. To give you background, if you're not familiar with it, the mini grant program started just about a year ago when I first had the opportunity to come to the Chancellor's office and begin to launch our innovation program here at California State University Office of the Chancellor. And the goal of having an innovation program here at Cal State Office of the Chancellor is not to innovate here. Not that we couldn't use some innovation here, and we're working on that too, but the goal is to stimulate innovation across the Cal State system, because we understand here in the Chancellor's office that the work that happens with the students happens on the campuses. So if we innovate here, but there isn't innovation on the campuses, it doesn't help the students. And one of my first observations was I know that there is innovation going on across the Cal State system, and I've seen some of it, but a lot of it is happening, and it's happening in silos. It's happening metaphorically in the dark. It may be having a great impact on a campus, but people are not aware of what's happening. And so a big part of what I'm trying to do is not only stimulate innovation, but also disseminate it so that people can learn about the fantastic work that's going on all the campuses across Cal State, and that people can find each other and begin to work together and collaborate. Because I really believe that one of the opportunities that we have here in the Cal State system that we sometimes lose because we don't take advantage of it is just the sheer talent that exists across the Cal State system. With the 45,000 or so faculty and staff members that we have in the Cal State system, not to mention the 480,000 students. There's incredible stuff going on all the time, but it's really hard to find it. And so we miss the opportunities to make the connections and build the bridges that can enable us to work together. I really think that the Cal State system has the opportunity to be the greatest research laboratory in the world for looking at how technology and other innovation changes the student experience. And it's simply up to all of us who are part of this system to get together and figure out how to collaborate and then tell that story. So my role is to try to help make that happen and to work with all of you who are the ones that have the innovative ideas and are executing the innovative practices every day with your students, with your faculty, and on your campuses, so that we can take that innovation, disseminate it across Cal State, develop collaborations so that people can work together. I feel very passionately about that, and that's why I'm here now. And I'm very happy. A year ago, I was half-time, and I was still the CIO at Cal State Channel Islands, certainly one of the most innovative campuses in the Cal State system. And now I have the pleasure of being here full-time at the Cal State Chancellor's office. So fantastic opportunity for all of us to start spending more time thinking about innovation and thinking about how we can intelligently do research on the tools that are available to find the ones that really are going to make a lasting positive effect for our students. So today we're going to hear from 9 innovators from the Cal State system. Peter Young at San Jose State is going to be talking about his work in the journalism classroom. Mihaela Popescu is going to tell us about the work that she's doing to bring faculty and students together to actually develop new virtual reality content. I was out at San Bernardino last week, and it's quite fascinating and just inspiring to see the work that's going on there, and especially because it's so close to students, that they've got students. And I know Peter worked with students as well in many of the projects. We're going to hear from Max and Orlando and Dawn at Fresno State talking about the mobile student intranet that they built. We've got Cal State Fullerton and Amir Dabirian to describe his titanium engagement dashboard that was built there. We're going to have Sri Dhanapal from San Francisco State with the natural language chatbot that they've built and implemented at San Francisco State. We've got Jennifer Red from San Jose State, who's going to be describing how they're supporting faculty exploration of virtual and augmented reality. Teresa Macklin from Cal State San Marcos is going to describe her implementation of on-demand system provisioning. Kyle Shaver from Cal State Northridge is going to describe how they're enabling their students to support themselves in technology using an AI chatbot. And Ron Phillip from Cal State Northridge is going to tell us about how they're implementing easier access to Amazon's web services so that faculty can do academic research, faculty and students can do academic research using Amazon. So I'm really pleased to be joined by all this group. We've got about 10 minutes for each. I'll be fairly brutal when it gets to about 10 and a half minutes. Justin, my partner in crime here at the Chancellor's office, who's providing technical support, and we'll say, you're done, because we want to get through everybody. But I'll go ahead and cut myself off early because we've got Peter here, and I know he has to get to class later, has other obligations, so we really appreciate you making time to join us. And so I'll turn it over to Peter. I'm going to monitor the chat in Zoom, so if you have a question, feel free to put it there. We may not get to all your questions, but I can also pass questions along to the presenters, or you should be able to find them from their names and their affiliations. But if you have any trouble getting hold of them, let me know. And I'm M. Berman at calstate.edu if you want to get in touch with me. So without further ado, let's turn things over to Peter. Peter, your turn.